And we should be live! Hi everyone, welcome to this episode. Today we are going to be talking about that vegan teacher and some of the false information. I'm going to assume I skimmed through this. I have not technically watched this. I was just skimming through, and so I was like, oh look, some BS. But yeah, we're gonna watch this video because it's also been a month since I did a vegan teacher video, so more BS from her regarding to some information she puts out. And again, as we all know, she focuses on veganism, nothing else. And if you're not vegan, you're evil. By the way, this first, let's just roll the intro. Let's just roll the intro. All right, let me go ahead and say hi to everyone. Hi, Taylor. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Angel. Hi. All right, quick note regarding to what Angel said recently in one of the recent comments regarding to his mom not liking furries because they do animal stuff. I'm like, the whole purpose of you joining the community is because you like it, not because anyone else likes it, not because they have an input on your likes. It's because you enjoy the community, plain simple. If you enjoy the community, great. Ignore what everyone else thinks about it. Okay? They're not in the community. Alright, end of the speech. Alright. It's so good. Hi, Fallen Angel. Welcome to the stream. So fun fact, I looked this up because I was like, oh, I also am on Brave, by the way, because I can watch YouTube without ads, and yeah, YouTube ads are taking over everything, so I'm using Brave browser from now on because it allows me to watch stuff ad-free. Yeah, fuck the ads. Alright. I'm not paying for YouTube Premium because it's also gone up in prices, and yeah. I know it supports people, content creators, I get that. But I just don't feel like paying for it. Unitaries are not necessarily 100% vegans. Most of them are vegetarians, and yeah, this is the information on it. But they do support, environment and the whole animal activists and all that stuff, but they aren't necessarily dedicated to being vegan. Okay, so that's the first slide right off the bat regarding to her titling this, whatever this is going on here. Alright. Hi, Mandy. Welcome to the stream.
No matter what your religion, we should all strive to be vegan.
That's see, right off the bat, going straight on to just vegan. That's not what religion should be about. I'm sorry.
Unitarian Universalism is now arguably the best religion on the planet. Here's why. First of all, unlike other religions, it's based on science and democracy, which means it's never stuck in the old ways.
I don't believe that any actual religion is based off democracy, but okay. I don't think that's actually true. Unitarian is also not necessarily based off science. It is based off philosophy and ethics, but those aren't necessarily science in themselves. So I just wanted to point that out. Unitarian is very highly devoted in the philosophical studies and the whole ethics. But just because they're devoted on that doesn't necessarily mean they fall in the science category. Alright, philosophy is not science. I wanted to point that out. Oh my gosh. There's another straight up lie.
Every year, Unitarian Universalists vote on stuff, and recently, among other things, they voted to protect all beings from exploitation. So what does this really mean? It means they're striving to be as vegan as possible in all their congregations.
So, I want to see, if there was an article. I actually looked this up, I believe. I think I
decided to vote for
I looked this up, right? I was like curious if there is anything on. That's not what I wanted. Oh no, that is what I wanted. Oh shoot, this is their website. This is their YouTube channel. They're very small, but a lot of them are like Buddhist monks, and they have a lot of spiritualness, and so they're more free and open, you know. So if you're more into that, I actually support Unitarian. I didn't know what it was called, but you know, if you're into Buddhism or you know monks and stuff like that, it's kind of like that. Um, wait, Coca-Cola? What is a transgender day? I'm trans. I don't even know what. I guess that was 3 months ago. I didn't know we had transgender day, but that's pretty cool. That's really cool. All right, where's my history? Where's my history? So, this one. Yeah, I was looking at one of the videos and it was pretty good.
Decided to vote for Article 2. Woohoo!
Okay. Just because, let's see, do you have any articles related to this? Like, any information about it? Like, you know, that would actually support this? That they actually, let's see if I can look it up. Unitarians decide to vote for Article 2. Association statement. Centered love includes sexual value, um, equality. Okay. What? I haven't looked this up actually, so I don't even know what Article 2 is about. Nice, nice. I support that. As long as you're happy with yourself, again, that's all that matters in the end. Don't let others tell you who you can or can't be, and make sure you're happy with your choices in the end. The end. I don't know. I don't feel like reading all this, bro. Okay. Um, Dignity, justice, equality, acceptance of one another, free, responsible search for truth, democratic process. Okay. I guess in that sense they are democratic. Go work in peace, respect the independent web of all existence. Okay. Trying to see if there's anything about veganism. Jewish and Christians teaching was called us to respect. Right here. Hold up. Wait. That vegan teacher, I caught that vegan teacher. She supports, you know, by her supporting Unitarians, that means she has to support God. Boom. All right. Unless she's not Jewish or Christian, I guess she's not. Then she doesn't have to support God. Then okay, that's a different story. Okay, so this does not necessarily this doesn't have anything to do with veganism. What? That has nothing to do with veganism or vegetarian. But how does the Article 2 have anything to do? Oh my god. So she made a video, I guess based off just this Article 2 when she's just assuming that this is about veganism.
It was an amazing thing they agreed to do.
That's not what the Article 2 has to do, but okay, sure.
They They voted to protect all beings from exploitation.
They did not vote for that. That, again, has nothing to do with Article 2.
Cool. It was the result of an empathetic collaboration. So
No, it wasn't. Isn't that her husband? Is that her husband? Is that what her husband looks like? I think that's her husband. Oh, wait, no, her husband looks different. Never mind.
probably wondering, what does this essentially mean? Well, it's a declaration to be kind, not to be.
I mean, that's just in general. That you don't need an article just for that, but
Meaning. So in our churches there'll be no more cow's milk, meat, or eggs. That's right.
I don't think they agreed to that because there are a lot of vegetarians in the Unitarian community. So again, yeah. And they also have coffees at their church, which I'm assuming they add milk to it if they want. So they do have milk in the churches. All right. So I also looked that up too. So
Because the animals have a right to keep their bodies, wings, secretions, and
this is this the whole song?
legs. Plants have all the protein
Okay.
we
Great.
need to stay healthy. Unitarian Universalists. Unitarians know that there are top-level vegan athletes in the Olympics. Unitarian Universalists. Unitarians serve fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds,
Okay. So yeah, they have a vegan community. It's a big community. Great.
and whole grains during potlucks. Unitarian Universalists. Unitarians
What?
seeds and whole grains during or animals.
Okay.
Money. Unitarian lack empathy.
I feel like she just put random people in here and had them hold up signs. Hey, Max, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Please play the new Poppy Playtimes. When does that come out, Ashley? I heard about it. Ashley, me, and one of the people, Ashley, Enigma, were talking about that. And, yeah. I don't know when it comes out, though.
Clap if you want to save the planet. Clap if you want to save animals. Clap.
Oh, hi, Electro. I didn't know it came out today. Cool. I'll check it out.
If you want to save your health. Clap if you want to be happy.
Meat has certain substances that you actually need in vitamins and minerals that plants don't have. Okay, I already talked about that. I don't need to reiterate that stuff.
Clap if you have empathy. We
I don't have empathy.
don't want dead bodies in our churches anymore. We don't want dead bodies in our schools anymore.
You know, I feel like she's gonna find something, later on about Unitarians that she's not gonna like. That she's gonna be like, F the Unitaries because they're not fully committed to being vegans. She's gonna find that out. Because not all Unitarians are vegans. A lot of them are vegetarians, which include milk. And if she finds that out, she's gonna be like, gosh, dang it, I hate this religion now. All of them have to. That's how she reacts every time. Not even joking. If they're not, she actually did no. So she did a live stream today, right? I looked at her live stream. I was in the middle of her live stream. And one of the things she said in her live stream, she's like, we can't have it because she was on call with someone, and they were like, I'm vegetarian. She was like, muted him, all over him saying that, and she was like, we can't have vegetarians. They're just as bad as non-vegans. And I'm like, bruh, why does that even matter in the call? Like, she's just so fixated on the whole veganism, which is not, I mean, I get that's the whole point of her channel, but like, you're shoving it down people's throat so hard. Alright.
We don't want dead bodies on our plates anymore. We don't want dead bodies inside us anymore. Unitarians decided to vote for Article 2.
Which has nothing to do with vegan. Article 2 has nothing to do with veganism. I wanted to point that out. Has zero to do with veganism. Okay, this is literally from their website, the UUA.org. From the website. Has zero to do with veganism, or vegetarianism, or anything about animals for that matter of fact. She did not read this article, or even skim. She didn't even bother to read it or skim it. This is like, how are you gonna make a video about Unitarianism and talk about Article 2 when you haven't even read yourself what it's about? And also, can I just say that, where's my mouse? Human relationships. Person. This is about people, lady. Not animals. People. Okay? That's what this article is about. Animals cannot consent to these, bylaws and rules when, they're around us. They can't do that. That's why pretty much most articles are related to people. Alright, unless they're laws about cruelty to animals, that's a different thing. That's a whole different subject. Alright. We are technically animals, yes. We are technically animals. You'd be correct. Also, why is my avatar like... Oh, can I just reset position? There you go. Oh, so much better. So, yeah. I just thought I'd point that out. This has nothing to do with animals' rights.
It was an amazing thing they agreed to do. They voted to protect all beings from exploitation. Cool.
No, they only voted for the human part.
It was the result of an empathetic collaboration.
Also, this article is written back in like what was it? That's when it first formed. And then this was rewritten in 2024. So she's a bit late on this information. And yeah.
Probably wondering, what does this essentially mean? Well, it's a declaration to be kind, not to be mean. So in our churches there'll be no more cows, milk, meat, or eggs. That's right. Because
is she just reiterating the song? Is that what she's doing?
Beans, broccoli, and rice.
She's reiterating.
Hummus,
How long is the song?
and oat milk.
Oh my god.
And vegan pizza. Cauliflower. Universalists. Unitarians serve cabbage.
They serve vegan pizza. Did you go ask them personally? Did you go in their church and ask them? Or did you just randomly make a video about them without even talking to them or asking them? Like, another thing is, she mentions these, like, articles and stuff, but she provides no information when she mentions these articles about, like, what the article is about. And she's just like, oh, your article 2. I have to look it up. I was like, this has zero to do with what she's talking about. So, yeah, that's another thing about that vegan teacher. A lot of times she doesn't put sources out in her videos, and she just mentions it without, looking at the actual information. So, not all of it is lies, but like when she's incorporating into her videos and talking about veganism or veganism specifically, it's usually not related to her topic points. It's usually related to a much broader point that she's pointing at. Like this article.
Kale and cauliflower. Unitarian Universalists. Unitarians eat chia seeds, flax
At least the song is, catchy. I'll bob my head to it.
seeds, hemp seeds, and pumpkin seeds. Unitarian Universalists. Unitarians drink spinach.
Okay, how long is the song? It's literally she's repeating this. Alright.
Recipes and vegans and pre-eating an animal be a hero.
It's another song. Just came into another song, guys. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. We're still in the new song now. Good God, this is such a long song.
As Unitarian Universalists want to be, should we exploit?
I smell a suspicious use of AI. Me? I've never actually used AI. This is actually a software, by the way, so VC Face, if you guys want to check that out, this is the avatar I'm using. And all the models, by the way, are imported manually, so like if you go here, you have to actually import your avatars. So this is not AI based, and these have to be physically made. So yeah, that's the person who made it. This is what's the license for, and yeah, this is like fully licensed. There we go. Alright, not AI. VC face, I don't believe you can actually use AI. I guess you could, but like, I don't know how it would work with VTube models using AI. We should save Bella. From that being a teacher? Oh, I 100% agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. Welcome to the stream, Blossom. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Enslave.
Okay, what does this got to do with Unitarianism?
Or say one more. Do we exploit?
Oh my god, I just went. This has nothing to do with Unitarian. You're talking about titling your video. It's official. We're the best religion in the world. Now talk about the gosh dang Unitarian religion like I have. You know, I brought these articles. I brought up the information. Are they vegans? Not all of them. I brought up the websites. Have you done that in your entire video? No. All you've been doing is talking about... Yes. There's nothing to do with Unitarians. And you talked about an article that has nothing to do with vegans. More depressing songs, guys. That vegan teacher, bro, man, all she likes is depressing songs. Every single soundtrack is just full of depression and sadness. You can actually be bisexual and have a husband. Bisexual means you're into men and women. That'd be different if you were like gay or so a lesbian would be different. But I guess lesbians can have husbands too. It's just weird and not common. But yeah, they can have husbands too.
Unitarian Universalist churches should be
Oh yeah, she's very disrespectful. 100%. She is super, super disrespectful. One of the most disrespectful people on the planet in terms of the vegan communities. And I've seen other vegan content videos, and none of them are as attacking or bashful as she has been to the world.
Grounded in veganism. First and foremost, Unitarian
we're talking about
Universalism
Unitarian. Oh, good.
has never been a faith of blind obedience. It's a faith of conscience, reason, and love, made visible through action.
Okay, I'm sure I can read this faster than she can. So today we asked a simple question: if our principles mean anything. Wait, I can just do 2 times speed. Oh my god, I'm a big brain. Hold up, like again, big brain mode. How do I do like my 2 times speed? Yep, we need 2 times speed.
So today we ask a simple question.
Hey, INP, welcome to the stream.
How can we continue to exclude animals from our circle of compassion? Let us walk through our principles.
Unitarian has nothing to do with veganism. I just wanted to end the argument. Okay?
Honestly.
Oh my god.
Universalists believe in...
You didn't even bother asking that question! You didn't even...
Honestly.
Is that what you're doing? Hold up, okay, what's the principles here? Is that what that was? Is this the principles that she thinks that Unitarians have?
Unitarian Universalists believe in the inherent worth and dignity of every person. We affirm...
Person. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. She's using the word person, not animals. Alright, that's correct.
That worth and dignity are not earned by intelligence, language, usefulness, or power. And yet, every day, billions of sentient beings...
Oh my gosh, she goes straight to transitioning to animals.
Cows, pigs, chickens, and fish are treated as objects, units, commodities. They're bred into existence.
Yeah, she hates vegetarians. Yep. She also hates everyone that died in 9/11. She's okay with the deaths of 9/11. There's a whole video on that one that she made herself that's still up. She is actually, she called, some famous people the H word from the World War II, that bad person who I'm not going to say. Yeah, there's a whole video of her saying that the whole 9/11 death was okay. Oh no, I think she agreed with the other person that the 9/11 death was okay. But basically, she's okay in that. Her video, her voice, not mine. If you guys want to look that up, Just go on her channel and look up the 9/11. It's still up on her channel. I'm surprised, honest to God, that like how some of these videos are still up on her channel and she's not been taken down by YouTube community guidelines. Like her attacking, there was a several videos. This was a while ago, and I did this is my old channel where she attacked news people about them not because they were like talking about the weather and the global climate change, and she just attacked them for not being vegan. But that's not what they were talking about, and she just transitioned the topic to them not being vegan, so they're bad people, and then that news company is bad. She does so this so much, so much. Um,
Mutilated.
did someone delete your comment? Hi, Marcus. No, this is the first time you chatted, and moderators cannot, to my knowledge, delete other moderators' comments. That can only be done by me. Moderators can delete anyone else's comments, but other mods' comments. I believe that's how it works. I could be wrong, unless you're a head mod.
Confined, sexually exploited.
Hi, Cree. Welcome to the stream. Did I miss you? I did miss you. Oh, I missed you at 7:25. Sorry about that, Cree. We good? We good? I said hi, everyone? Okay, cool.
And violently killed, not for survival, but for habit, taste, and profit. If worth and dignity depend on the ability to suffer, to feel fear, to seek life, then animals qualify. Either worth and dignity are inherent, or they are conditional. Unitarian Universalists have already agreed that they are inherent. Therefore, veganism is the logical conclusion.
That's not how that works. Just because they affirm that this is based off for human values alone, not animals, and she puts the animal stuff in here in her own words, and she comes up with this BS logical argument that veganism is the whole reason behind why Unitarians believe inherently worth the dick. Even though she said right here, it's about people, not animals. This is the part where she put this, the rest of this. They do not affirm this. They don't. They do not affirm this with animals. Only humans. I want to point that out. Very obvious statement. Oh my gosh. Alright. Hey Catman, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I love cats. Cats are adorable. Also, I'm a dog, so I'll bark at cats. Unless they have a cute beans, then I won't bark you. Then I'll stare at your beans, because beans are the best. I'm addicted to beans. Okay? Beans are beautiful. Beans are wonderful. You guys want to see my beans? Have you seen my beans? Okay, for those who are new here, everyone just stare at my beans. Beans. They're not the best beans, okay? They're not the best beans. But they are beans. Okay. Okay. Back to the video. I've actually done that. I've been in her streams before, and now she's turned on, you have to be subscribed to her channel. And that's how I think she's gotten a lot of these subscribers, is a lot of them just subscribe to her, and then they forgot. And so, yeah, a lot of these are just people that are just subscribed multiple times. She's still very much hated, by the way. She doesn't have a high, to dislike ratio. I love steak. Hi, John. Welcome to the stream. Your OC name is Beans. That's adorable, Blossom. That's so cute. But yeah, this has... She put in this part, which is correct. And then she added this part herself, which has nothing to do with Unitarianism. Unitarian. Yeah, am I saying that right? I'm so sorry to those that are Unitarian if I'm saying that wrong. Actually, in some countries, They do eat dogs and cats. It is legally allowed, but it's also due to overpopulation. And I believe one of those countries is India. Is it India? Each which country? China. China. That's it. That's a lot. Oh wow. Holy crap. Nigeria, North Korea, Cambodia, South Korea, Indonesia, North Korea. I can see that because like they don't have good food quality, so they're left to actually you know eating animals in the end. Um, just because the person behind who's in charge of North Korea is evil. So South Korea, I'm surprised. Oh, okay, they're banning it. Cool. But yeah, so that's not true. They do eat both actually. United States doesn't. It's forbidden actually.
Unitarian Universalists believe in justice, equity, and compassion.
From she got a cease and desist from a Chick-fil-A for taking the cows and changing the sign from saying "eat let's eat chickens" to eat let's eat meat. Are you serious? Wow, I didn't know that. Wow. Oh wow, Larry Cable Guy turned 63. Wow, I thought he was much older than that to be honest. Good grief.
In human relations. Justice is not selective. Compassion is not species-based. The largest system of injustice on Earth is the animal agriculture industry, a system that...
That's not true. That's completely not true. Um, the animal agriculture is a big issue, but like they also provide like billions and billions, if not over $1 trillion+ to the world economy. So we're not going to just cut that when it's a multi-billion, hundreds of billions, potentially $1 trillion industry when it's that valuable. All right. Even though if there are some unethical stuff that will never happen.
Inflicts routine violence on the most vulnerable beings imaginable, while also harming slaughterhouse workers, surrounding communities, and future generations. If we oppose oppression only when the victims look like us, we are not practicing justice. We are practicing hypocrisy.
Is your
believe in acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth. Spiritual growth requires moral evolution. There was a time when violence was normalized because that's how it's always been. We now recognize that tradition...
Most religions are based off spiritual growth. This is not new from one religion to another. Almost every single religion has a spiritual growth basis behind it being a religion. It's just the practices of how one does a spiritual growth can vary from religion to religion. But in the end, they're all based off spiritual growth. All right.
Is not an excuse for harm. Veganism is not about perfection. It is about alignment, bringing our daily choices into harmony with our deepest values. Growth means changing when new understanding demands it.
What do you eat and who should you stop eating? I eat chicken, cow, pig. Actually, I'm not big into pig. I've had duck meat before. I have. Never had a cat or dog. And I've never had sheep. I've never had donkey or horse. But all the other ones I've had, you know.
What does responsibility require of us? The evidence...
Dude, I'm gonna get copyrighted for that song so hard. It's, if not food, why so tasty? Yeah, yeah. We eat a lot of times because it's tasty. Majority of people don't eat just to survive. We eat because it's tasty. Hence why obesity is a big thing in the United States, because people overeat or go to these fast food restaurants that have high calories and are not healthy. But the foods that they specifically eat are tasty, so they come back for more. That's what sugar does, actually. It's a craving. Lettuce, sweet! I've never had lead in my life, Ashley. I'm not about to taste lead either. It's a good way to die early. Vegan teacher, you should go try and eat lead. See how that tastes. I'd love to know your outcome of that. Oh, I'm such a bad person. gosh, I don't wish death on anyone, even though some people are evil. Okay, I do in my head. I do in my head wish some deaths on some people, but like they're not that vegan teacher. She's not one of them. All right, I'm not gonna get into that discussion.
Is overwhelming. We do not need to eat, wear, or use animals to thrive. Once we know that, continuing to participate becomes a choice, not an accident. Freedom of belief does not absolve us of responsibility for doing harm.
Are you living to eat or are you eating to live? So if we're talking about like certain countries, like the lower populations, they are quite literally living to eat. So they can't necessarily afford nice, healthy, good quality food. So that's a lot of times where fast food comes in and saves them in the end and feeds them, and then they either get like diabetes or some health related issues, because fast food is inherently pretty cheap. Nowadays, fast food is not as cheap, but it was back then in the early 2000s, you know. Yeah. But there's still a lot of fast food that is relatively cheap for the lower population. And they're quite literally eating to live. I don't eat to live. I eat to, enjoy because I can afford it. She also hates video games. Oh yeah, there's a whole video on that too. She made, I believe. Yeah, I forgot about that. She made a video on video games and how bad they are.
Unitarian Universalists believe we have a right of conscience and the use of the democratic process. Conscience is not passive. It is a call to action. Veganism isn't just
That's not what conscience is. Conscience is not a call to action. No.
about food. It's conscience in practice, refusing to outsource violence to others, refusing to let suffering remain invisible, simply because it's profitable. Democracy loses its soul when the voiceless are excluded. Animals cannot vote. They do speak and cry and want to live, though, but we have slammed the doors so tightly that we can no longer hear their screams. Democracy is about fairness, not brutality.
You know, I'll top that off with the world is not fair, that vegan teacher. If the world was fair, everyone would be happy in their life and there would be perfect harmony in the world. But that's not how the world functions. Deal with it. Get over it. Moving on. Ragebait, hi, welcome to the stream. Guys, do you know this is AI? Wait, what? That vegan teacher's videos are AI based? Prove to me, Ragebait, that... Wait, what? Are we talking about the video or are we talking about me? She uses ChatGPT to say vegans are good. Oh, that would not surprise me that she uses AI to put this slop on. That would not surprise me. It's a fake fur. OMG. How would I be fake if I'm talking to you right now? Wait, what are we talking about? Do you want me to change it to different avatars to prove to you guys that I'm not AI based? I can change it. I have a dog floof. Is that better? Do you believe me now that I'm not AI? Has she not heard fur fabric? She probably hasn't. Oh, not talking about me. Okay. Okay. We'll go back to my human version. Okay, we'll talk about that vegan teacher. Okay. Let me go back to my other avatar. Alright, go. Why does she keep doing this? Like, we only need to see this once.
All cannot mean some. There can be no culture of peace while violence is institutionalized and normalized on an unimaginable scale. We cannot teach children compassion while serving victims of violence on our plates. We cannot preach non-violence.
Okay, Unitarian is specifically related to humans, not animals, vegan teacher. And she's trying to relate this by putting the animals into the picture, when that's not how religion works. So yeah. Nor does that's not how the bill that whatever the bill was that they were signing. What was it? Article 2. This has nothing to do with the veganism. Sorry, lady.
Violence while funding slaughter. Justice that stops at the species line is incomplete justice.
Yes, she is definitely trying to propagandize. Yep. 100%. 100%. That's literally all she's been doing from the get-go, is trying to propagandize all this. Yep, she did. Was it in 2021 or 2022? And oh, by the way, she has another channel, right? I will show you guys this afterwards. But I think she still uploads those videos on the other channel. She did recently. I don't know if she has recently, since I've seen this, her few streams, because who's this? Hi, Egg. Welcome to the stream. This is that vegan teacher propagandizing about what, basically what the Unitarian is. And they were talking about Article 2 and how she basically is misinforming information about what Article 2 is about and spewing it into becoming a whole veganism movement, which is not what that is. Boop your nose. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Catman. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, if you guys subscribe, that pops up. I had that custom made a very long time ago I think it was day one of my making this channel. And I just never took it off because I like it and it's cute. So, yeah.
Unitarian Universalists respect the
Hi, Enigma. Welcome to the stream.
interdependent web of all existence. This principle leaves no room for exception. Animal agriculture is one of the leading drivers of climate collapse, habitat destruction, water depletion, and species extinction. To respect the web of life while actively destroying it is a contradiction. Veganism, on the other hand, is ecological humility in action.
Again, that's not their focus. There's a lot of vegans in the Unitarian community. And there's a lot of vegetarians. But none of them act out like you have, lady. And that's why you're not respected in the vegan community. You're the least respected in the vegan community. And I'm pretty sure if I say that as a fact, it would be completely true. I go to a random vegan person and talk about that vegan teacher randomly on the street. And they'd be like, oh yeah, she's a terrible lady. She attacks everyone. I bet you $100 that's what they would say.
We, the member congregations of the Canadian Unitarian Council, covenant to affirm and promote individual and communal action that accountably dismantles racism and systemic barriers to full inclusion in ourselves and our institutions. Our promise asks us to stop supporting systems that make hurting others seem normal. Industrial animal farming does this by hiding suffering and
This is not their promise. Now she's just adding this. This part is directly from their article. Essentially is from the article. She's quoting it somewhere in the article, I think. Unless she's lying about it. But no, I think this is actually somewhere that they were talking about. And then this is her own wording.
And acting like some lives do not matter. By choosing vegan food,
again, importing veganism into the whole religious unitary community.
Our community lives out its promise to care for all beings.
Oh, skipping this. All right, cool.
Has always been on the right side of history because it listens when conscience evolves. Veganism is not an extreme position. It is the logical conclusion of our principles. It is justice widened, compassion deepened, truth lived, not merely spoken. The question is no longer, why be vegan? The question is, if we truly believe what we say we believe, how can we not be?
So, 99% of the stuff is stuff that she wrote. I'm sure it's ChatGPT, And yeah, that's the video. Let me show you guys her other channel. I don't even know if she's still uploading it because she's back to this. Somehow she's getting all her videos 200k plus views. I mean, this is crazy. She streamed 2 hours ago. And it was this video that I was no, it was this video that she was attacking a vegetarian on, saying that they're evil. So if you want to watch that, you can. It was this one. Let's see if I can find her the channel. I don't even know if I can. Oh, there we go. She quit. She stopped doing it. She gave up. Like, she randomly uploaded a whole bunch of these several months ago, and like, she stopped doing it after a while. So this was it. 2 years ago, she's when she stopped doing it, and then she started 10 months ago uploading all these contents. And like, why? Why bother re-uploading video on a channel that barely gets any views or any attention? And you didn't even ask permission! Like, they're kids! You didn't even ask any of their parents' permission to do this. This is unethical. This is probably one of the reasons you got fired, lady. You can't just upload kids' faces without their permission. What if the parents come on and be like, that's my child's face, I don't want that on it? They could sue you for that, bro. That's the theme, by the way. So yeah. Be careful when you're uploading people's faces if they are children. That's a big no-no, because you can potentially get into a whole legal mess doing that. So alright. What manna? And the book Exodus, God gave the Israelites manna, but they complained, and so God gave them meat. Not to mention, God gave the apostle Pete a vision to telling him to get up and eat. Are you serious? Wow, no wonder she hates God. Oh, that's funny. Great. Well, that's it. That's the video. Please hit the like, subscribe, hit the all bell notification. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Peter. Gotcha. Okay. I was like, Pete. It's Peter. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. I'm calling bread manna. Oh yeah. That is a cute name for bread. Bye.